Welcome to Careers and Cartwheels, the podcast where two mums with two very different lifestyles talk about the
chaos and joy
and raw truths of motherhood. Whether you're juggling meetings or mastering messy play and learning plans, there's a place for you in our mum community. Welcome back, ladies. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Sana.
Oh, we're doing this on camera today, which is very exciting.
Stepping up in the world.
Look at us go. Well, thank you for tuning in. This is our first episode of 2026. We are so excited. So we're gonna have a bit of a debrief on Christmas because we haven't done that yet.
No.
So mindful it is like the end of January, but hey, the mum juggle is real over this way, isn't it?
Over here too.
Yeah. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to dive into our plans, our career and cartwheels plans for 2026. So, Pam, tell us a little bit about your Christmas from the mum perspective.
Gosh, it was busy. It was really busy. I was hoping to have a nice ease into Christmas this year. I was super organized with presents and everything, but unfortunately I got really busy with work. We had an audit that we had to finish on a model by a certain date. And I also had some unexpected surgery 2 weeks before Christmas. It wasn't planned. So just a little bit of a background. I had a pap smear and it came back with some abnormal cells. So the gynecologist recommended a procedure called a LETZ procedure, LLETZ. Just simple day surgery, but she wanted to do it this side of Christmas. Before Christmas, not after Christmas. So I had that procedure on I think it was like the 15th of December, so 2 weeks before Christmas. Also meant that I couldn't swim for 4 weeks, which isn't great when we've just got a brand new pool. And it's Christmas
and
at
it was
our
your
house
first
this year.
Christmas in your new
It was
house
the first
as well.
Christmas in our new house as well. So it was unexpected, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So we got the surgery done. So leading up to Christmas, I had that really busy with work. So and the other thing that we were doing pre-Christmas was we were desperately trying to get grass down before Christmas.
Yeah.
So we had, Christmas was on a Thursday. So we had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday before Christmas. We were out in the yard, long days. It was hot, really hot. We had topsoil arrive on the Monday. Tuesday we had the turf. So we got it all down, but they were big, long days. I was just exhausted by the time Christmas came. I think I was just on autopilot, I was on adrenaline. And Boxing Day come, sick as a dog. My body was just like, you need to stop. But Christmas Day itself was beautiful. We had all the kids together. And it was so nice. Woke up so excited. We opened all the presents and then we went for a swim in the pool. Well, I didn't swim in the pool. Kids went for a swim in the pool. I watched. We had my family over and it was just, honestly, it was so beautiful and relaxing. I don't think Caleb that was the first day he hasn't had a nap, ever. Yeah. And he fell asleep on the couch watching Shrek at 6:30. And slept right through. But it was a long, long day. But it was well worth it. And definitely think I needed some family bonding time. I was really craving that. So that sort of filled my cup back up. Yeah. But that was my Christmas. How about you?
Probably not quite as eventful as yours. I was trying to navigate homeschooling through that sort of Christmas season for the first time. Yep. So that was a little bit strange for me because when your kids are going to school and you have all of these Christmas events. Like you got the school Christmas concert and, all these different events with school. And I always did teacher gifts and classroom gifts and all of
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
it was really strange going into December for me. It was quite strange, not having those events, those little things to sort of keep us busy in that lead up. So we stopped our usual sort of curriculum in at the end of November, and come December we adopted a Christmas curriculum. So we made it pretty fun. Like we just did Christmas around the world, and we picked a bunch of different countries, and we looked at their cultures, their language, their Christmas traditions,
Mm.
and yeah, we just learned about how other parts of the world celebrate Christmas. We
That
tried
would have been
some
so cool.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. We did some baking, so we baked some traditional cookies from Egypt and like all these different places, and it was a lot of fun. Um, so that was us. We made it fun in that way. Um, our Christmas is never without its usual family drama. There were no day surgeries, but we certainly had our own family drama. And then I think the highlight for me, though, was that limbo period between Christmas and New Year. That
Yeah.
was the real highlight for me this year.
Why is
Yeah.
that? What was so special about that period this year?
Well, like you, I'm very task and not task driven, but very routine driven.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think you and I are very similar in that sense that we need routine, we need structure, we need to know what's going on, we need to
And
know that we're
achieving
being
results.
productive. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep. Yep.
And there was none of that. Usually in that period, I really struggle. And by like sort of that tail end of it, I'm like, I'm done. I'm ready to move on. I'm frustrated. I'm starting to busybody,
Yep.
and I'm like giving everyone tasks. But this time, I didn't do any of that, and I really enjoyed not knowing what day it was, not knowing what mealtime it was, not following bedtimes. Like I just enjoyed. I think there were a couple of days where I sat outside and had a glass of wine at like sometime in the middle of the day. I've got no idea what time of day it was, but I was just like,
So not
what does
having
it
that
matter?
structure, not having that
Yeah,
structure and just going with the flow.
and
Yeah.
actually allowing myself to do that as well.
Yeah, see, I struggled in that period because I
Okay.
didn't have that routine. I didn't have that, you know, I felt I actually allowed myself to relax, and my husband and I, we did a bit of gaming and stuff. But I think the struggle for me was because I wasn't achieving anything. I wasn't like I would get up, whatever. I'd still go to the gym. Like that was that was my thing I looked forward to every day. But I just struggled with hang on, I'm feeling guilty because I've stopped and I'm actually
Mm.
doing something that I enjoy, and I'm not cleaning the house, or I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that.
Ticking things off your to-do list.
Yeah, so I kind of struggled. I think by the end of it, I didn't want to go back to work because I was just like, I actually could get used to this. But I think, yeah, I struggled. I think there's definitely a few takeaways that I do next year or this year, now that we're in
Tell us about
January.
those.
I think just allowing myself, letting myself I be okay with the fact that I'm not achieving things. And,
Yeah,
I don't always have to be on the go. Like my husband gets quite anxious sometimes because he wants to sit down and relax, and I'm like a bull at a gate, running around the house, tidying or doing whatever. And he's just like, then I make him feel bad because
yeah.
he's not helping me, but he wants to sit down and relax. So I think the takeaway will be for me this year, I'm actually really going to look forward to that period where I don't have that structure. And sometimes it's nice to do something out of your comfort zone that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Mm.
So I think that'll be my thing this year, is looking forward to that period of not doing anything.
How do you think you can implement that throughout the year, though? Because this Christmas is it's 11 months away. Like it's a long way away.
Yeah.
So how do you think you can implement something similar where you reap the rewards of allowing yourself the downtime and the space to breathe and the time that your body needs to step away from the busy, busy, go, go,
Yeah.
go? Because you work full time.
I
You've
do.
got
I do.
5 kids between yourself and your husband.
Yeah.
You've got a lot
It's
going on
busy.
every single day,
Yeah.
even weekends now with extracurriculars and sport coming back.
Thank goodness they haven't started yet, but they
But
will
once they
be.
do,
Yeah.
so I wonder if there's anything that you can learn, that you can take away, that you can implement throughout the year to
Yeah, I
help with
think
that mum juggle.
yes, because Monday to Friday we are so busy. I'm up at the gym by 5
Mm,
and I do the morning shift with the gym. I'll come home, my husband goes to work, so then I get kids ready for school, which will start this week. So we get back into that back to school this week. And then he does the afternoon. So he'll go to the gym, then he'll pick kids up, and then we'll sort
yeah,
of get home about the same time to do the dinner rush. And then we got to do lunches, put kids to bed. So, and because we're getting up so early now, we're in bed by like 9 o'clock. So to ensure that I don't hit that burnout. And
yeah,
now that, dance starts back this week and then soccer will start in February, March, um, I'm just allowing myself on the Sundays just to actually relax. I think it's been hard because we've built a house and we've been trying to tick things off around the house to get
yeah.
grass and do little
Landscaping.
things like this. So I think we've reached a point where we're happy with where we're at there, that we're actually going to start taking a little bit of time to just relax and recover. Also have to
Yeah,
let the bank account build back up again.
yeah,
And we're just going to take day by day and not make any like plans. But it was quite hectic before Christmas because we had to organise diggers and it's just
yeah,
hard when you've got things organised. But I think that will be my takeaway, is to just allow one day a week where you and the kids are allowed to just do nothing.
yeah. And you know what? If you are really time poor and allowing yourself that day would cause more stress than anything else, then even saying, okay, we're going to take half a day, or we're going to take
Yeah,
the morning or the
yeah,
afternoon here
yeah,
to recover.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
I'm so exhausted by the time Sunday comes. That I need to be able to put myself up, but I need to allow myself the flexibility that, hey, it's okay that the washing hasn't been folded. Like it'll get
yeah,
done during the week, but just allowing myself even half a day just to put my feet up as I'm doing
yeah.
now.
That's
Put my
right.
feet up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Just to um, push back that burnout as long as possible.
It was really nice after Christmas. We had my husband's family here. So it was just nice that I'd come home and the dishwasher was done. The washing, like I'd put the washing on and they'd hang it out for me. I was just like, oh, can you guys just move it? Because it just takes the pressure off when you've got
It
someone
does.
else that's
Yeah.
able to share the load and help out, when you're both just in and out the door, tag teaming. Sometimes it's like high five, see you later. Andrew's
Yeah.
going to soccer or I'm going to dance. Like it's pretty full on. Starting back at work was a bit of a, like, oh, I don't really want to go back. I'm just enjoying
Not
being at
ready.
home.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready, but I also was at the same time. So I think I took the first week to sort of just ease back into the routine. But yeah, that was Christmas for us. Very uneventful. I don't think we went on any day trips. We literally just chilled around the house, went in
Yeah.
the pool, spent time with Andrew's family because they were up from Bowral. So yeah, it was nice just to do nothing.
Yep. We need
But
that.
you have started your curriculum a little bit earlier. So school technically goes back this week, but you've actually already started doing your homeschooling. So I know the beginning of January was a little bit different for you this year because you were planning and doing all your curriculum and how, what you're going to
Mm,
plan, because you not only have one boy homeschooling this year, you now have a preppy at
I
home
have
as well. So you have two very different age groups. So I can imagine while you might do some work similar, you obviously have to tailor it to each child because you've got one child that you could give something to and they can read it, but then you've got a preppy coming through that you're teaching how to read.
Exactly.
So I know that your January was quite busy in that respect of getting them
Mm,
both ready to start homeschool. And you've already started. I know you've sent me photos and stuff like that of the kids already doing their activities. So how was that for you going from a really quiet period to then getting straight back into doing your curriculum planning? Like how was that? Because I know that's very different from how you would have been last year.
yeah, that was actually okay. It was okay because I was ready for it. I was looking forward to it. I don't know, maybe it was that mindset thing again.
Mm.
I had quite a different, I shifted my mindset quite significantly through Christmas, through that limbo period, and then into January again. I knew that it was going to look different. I knew it was going to feel different.
Yep.
I knew it was going to be different day to day on the ground. And I was honestly itching to get back to doing that curriculum and finishing it so I can start with the boys because I think they were ready as well. They were
Yeah.
ready to have a little bit of structure. By the time Michael went back to work, they were ready to have a little bit of structure for us to have more, yeah, just more of that routine and structures throughout the days and the
Mm.
weeks. So yeah, it's a bit scary to be honest. Like I'm feeling a bit scared because when we started homeschooling 6 months ago with Miles,
Mm.
like, I took him out and he knew how to read quite well. So much of what he already knew. So we were just fine tuning some things, some little gaps that I noticed and then moving on.
Yeah.
Whereas with Isaac, it's so different because he's a preppy. He's just turned 5. He now needs to learn how to read, and he's so eager to learn how to read. That kid, we were um, we were in the kitchen. He was just passing by me in the kitchen the other day, and he's just so frustrated. He's just done this big huff and puff, and he's just looked at me and he's just like, "My life would be so much easier if I just knew how to read already." Okay, step back a bit. You're 5. What is going
Isaac's
on?
always been like that though. Like he was a really competent talker at 2. Like he was
He
toilet
was.
trained at 2. Like he's always been more of that, Isaac, slow
Yeah.
down kind of kid. Like
Oh,
he's
I know.
and obviously he's seeing Miles learning at home now,
Yeah,
so he's a lot more, well, I want to do what he's doing.
that's right.
Because I know when
That's
you
right.
originally made the decision to homeschool, you were looking at it to the end of the year. So I think you knew quite early on that it was going to be something that you did permanently because
Yeah,
it's just you. Like
yeah,
you just,
yeah,
it's just you to a T doing the
yeah,
homeschooling. So um, I think you were going to give Miles to the end of the year to make a decision.
yeah. I did. Yeah, that's what we wanted to give him that space and that we wanted to give him the say as well. We didn't want to decide for him. Obviously,
Yeah.
there was a lot of education about why we wanted to look at homeschooling, and there was a lot of discussion around our values and the differences between mainstream homeschool,
Yeah.
and then there was a lot of explaining around, with homeschool, it's one of those things where you get out of it what you put into it,
Mm.
right? So,
Mm.
and I think he's learned that in the last 6 months. So, yeah, he also made the decision pretty quickly that he wanted to continue homeschooling. I think he loved the ability to choose what he wanted to learn about and dive
Yeah.
into. So obviously
You
we
said he's
do this.
really into like space and stuff, isn't he? So you have
Yeah,
tailored your curriculum to pique his interests, which I think
yeah, that's
is
right.
phenomenal. Like that's so amazing.
Yeah, so he got the opportunity to really dive into that the last 6 months. Out of that was his Time magazine was born. So he developed this. He calls it Time magazine. I think it stands for "This is Miles's Extraordinary Magazine" or something like that. I don't know, but he's quite proud of it, and he's been doing it for about 4 months now, and every month he releases a new issue, and
Oh,
yeah, and every single issue is on a different topic. And he'll like research that topic and he'll do like little quizzes and do little games
oh, I
and he'll
love
do like little
that.
did you knows and
That is so
so
cute.
and that's like fantastic because that's his way of deciding on a topic,
Mm.
researching that topic, and then learning how to put it together on the computer and being tech savvy enough to do it and then emailing it out to his email group. So
All this
yeah,
from a
that's
10. Is he 10 yet? He just turned 10,
yeah,
didn't
he
he?
just turned
Just
10.
turned 10. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And then
crazy.
the new thing that he's just started doing this month for this year is physics. So he's really wants to dive into physics this year. Um, that's what has my head spinning because he's got this book. I don't have it on me to show you, but he's got this living book because we're doing a lot of Starlight Mason, which is we do a lot of like living books, and we're reading this book, and it's just like, oh, like what did I just read? So I'm reading alongside him.
Because I think
Um,
physics is a lot of maths, isn't it? And maths just isn't your
oh gosh, no. Black, I
numbers are
don't like
just not
black
your.
and white is not my thing. I'm all about the grey. I'm all about
You
like
and
you
I are
give me
so opposite in that respect. Like, I hate the grey. You're either right or you're wrong. But
no,
you,
you can always argue your way out of everything.
you and I are so different in that respect, which is great because we all also see things from two different perspectives. But I love math. I love math, and I have tailored my quality time with my daughter to doing maths questions.
Yeah. Does she love it?
Um, yes. Well, she loves the quality time with mum. I don't know if she's that enthused about maths, but she's always been getting an A in maths, and then last beginning of grade 4, I think there was a bit of shift in the maths that they started doing, so she actually dropped to a B.
Yeah.
Um, and so she's like, Mummy, my goal for semester 2 is to get that back up to an A. So we started doing a lot more maths practice, and I sat with her trying to get her to see, trying to get her to think. And she got her A. She was so proud. She got her
Oh,
A. But yeah, that's my quality time is sitting down and doing
there's a
that
lot
blank
of like
question.
math games that you can play and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was teaching her about decimals yesterday. So then we were driving. I can't remember where
Yeah.
we were driving. I was like, so do you remember what we learnt yesterday about decimals? And she's probably just like, Mum, I'm on school holidays, leave me alone. Just no, I want to get you ready for school. um, so yeah, you and I are very different in that respect. But that's I love that Miles is able to pursue something because I know in mainstream
Mm,
schooling you're given curriculum and that is it. You
yeah.
have to learn that.
Yeah.
And if the kids aren't interested, not too bad, too sad. So I think that is amazing that you're able to
Yeah.
tailor that. And it's also good that he knows what he likes and what he enjoys. Like
Yeah.
so many kids, I guess, don't really know that they're into that stuff yet.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I suppose and giving him the space to dive into certain things or a variety of things the last 6 months meant that he's come up with physics. So he's working towards some class that he wants me to sign him up for at the end of the year. So he's got his plan for the year. Whereas
That's
Isaac's very
great.
different. Isaac's very much I want to learn all about animals. So we're diving into animals this year with Isaac and then the crazy little one, he just loves touching things. And we've got him a little bug catcher for Christmas. So he
Oh,
like
nice.
takes that bug catcher everywhere and he's like, "Oh, mummy, I found a bug." And he would just like catch that bug in his net, put it in his bug catcher. He's like, "Oh, what are we going to feed it?"
We did
So
that with Caleb with lady beetles because we used to, when we
yeah,
first moved here, there was lots of lady beetles. So we had a bug catcher. So we left them in there
yeah,
overnight. We're like, oh, come on, let's go let them go back to their family. But
yeah,
yeah, it was nice to, I've got a new appreciation for bugs since moving right across the road from the bush. We get a lot more bugs than I'm used to. Um,
yeah,
so the grasshoppers, we get
yeah.
lots of stick beetles, bugs, stick bugs. But
Like stick insects.
Yeah,
like
sorry.
praying mantises.
See,
It's praying
yeah,
mantises.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Angels
see,
just
we
walk
actually
out and
we did a whole lesson on praying mantises the other day because we found a praying mantis. So Lucas caught it, put it in like this thing was like pretty big. And yeah, apparently they're really good. You want them in your yard because they eat lots of other pests. So if you've got
oh,
like trees and veggie gardens and stuff, we eventually let it go. Like we only kept it for a couple of hours and then we let it go into the watermelons. And they loved watching it. And then this like bug came along and you could actually see it in action. It was really quite fascinating. But yeah,
mm,
that's
a
there you go.
whole
You want
lesson on
praying
praying
mantises.
mantises.
You want yeah,
I know you were doing butterflies the other day, weren't you? I remember you
yeah,
sending me
yeah.
some butterflies and stuff. So,
Yeah, we found a butterfly that was unfortunately not very alive on our driveway. So typical me, like homeschool mum now, everything's a learning opportunity. So I picked up this monarch butterfly and I've carried it inside. I'm like, look, boys, look what was on the driveway. So they've sat it on the table and we've observed it and we've like drawn pictures. We've researched about monarch butterflies and then dissected like a butterfly life cycle and we read The Very Hungry Caterpillar and
oh, that's
yeah.
such a good book. Yeah.
So all those things that we love doing. I love doing that. We've sort of started diving into. So
Oh, that's so good. We it's yeah, I think we both had a very different Christmas this year. So the
yeah,
Christmas period and coming back into the new year, I think it's been very different. Lots to learn from, but it's been good. So we might take a quick short break now,
yeah.
and when we'll be back, we'll have a talk about what our plans are for careers and cartwheels for 2026.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be back soon. Bye.
Bye. So
And
welcome
welcome
back.
back.
Welcome back. So we're going to dive into chatting a little bit about the Careers and Cartwheels plans for 2026. Now, we had a fantastic Christmas and we did have a lot of rest time, but we've also been doing a little bit of planning behind the scenes as well, haven't we, Pam?
More so you. Because planning is not necessarily. I did switch off quite a lot over Christmas. I know that you sent me
You did.
messages and I didn't respond for like a day or so. It was nice. But yes, thank you for doing a lot of organising for me for the podcast for this year. So we're very excited about the year ahead.
We are, we are. So we've already got a number of mums lined up to come on and have a chat to us. Um, our first one will probably air in a couple of weeks' time. We've got a beautiful mum who is a stay-at-home mum, but like me, she wasn't always a stay-at-home mum. She's had quite the experience and quite the introduction to motherhood. Her oldest just turned 10 as well. And she's going to talk to us about what it was like for her when she was juggling mum life with a neurodiverse child, um, and going to work, and then the decision to stop working and to stay at home, why that came about, and the changes that the family had to make in order to make that work.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting conversation. So I'm really excited to introduce her. And then we are having Nina back on, aren't we? So,
Yes, kind of super excited about Nina.
yeah. So, for anyone who hasn't listened to our previous podcast, our last episode from 2025, we chatted to Nina from the Mindful Parenting path. And she's just incredible. She gave us a lot of insight into mindfulness, but mindfulness in the way that it applies to us busy mums,
Yeah.
and doesn't require a lot of effort. So we're going to flip that conversation a little bit to talk about, rather than talk about mindfulness for us parents, we're going to talk about mindfulness for our children and how to go about teaching them strategies from the get-go so that they have them throughout their childhood, their adolescence, adulthood, and hopefully increase that ability um, to regulate themselves.
I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah, so really, really excited about that, and we've been chatting to Nina with about topics and how to go about those conversations. So we're really excited to bring
Yeah.
that to the Careers and Cartwheels family. And then a couple of other mums in the pipeline. We know that a lot of our listeners, our from our mum community, there's a lot of different backgrounds in terms of, like yourself, Pam, blended families and that sort of stuff. So we are hoping to speak with a mum who is also a psychologist and also works in the space of relationships and families,
Mhm.
and someone who can hopefully come in and have a talk to us about her juggle, but also about how allowing her the platform to speak to us about how to go about certain things depending on what our background is, what our family situations are,
Yep.
and get some tips,
Oh,
real
I'm looking forward to that
everyday
one.
tips from her as well. So a couple of things in the pipeline. We've got our videos up and running now as well, so this will be a little bit different. And we are working on a website as well.
Yes, you've done a
So
lot of space in that. You've done a lot of work in that space as well, which is, I can't wait. I haven't even seen it, so I'm super excited.
I'm hoping that it will be up and running and ready to go in the next couple of, I wouldn't say couple of days, but that might be a bit ambitious. We'll see how learning this week goes. Mr. Two and a Half decided to break his arm on Friday, so we'll see how this week goes.
Kids are
Um,
so unpredictable, aren't they?
we knew he was going to be the first one to break a bone because he just doesn't stop.
Oh,
So
and
we'll see how.
the same day Luca broke his arm, Caleb fell off his scooter and face planted into the stairs and got a black eye. So we're both like texting each other. These
What are
kids are
they
giving us
doing to us?
prayers.
I know.
Sorry, I just slipped down there. Yes, the kids, they're just full on sometimes. I think Luca and Caleb are very similar. They're very busy, very inquisitive. Um, unfortunately, whichever way you look at it, Caleb has four older siblings that boss him around. So he's actually started to become quite bossy himself. And he
Yeah.
actually bosses Andrew and I around, and he'll go off on these little, he'll be like, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, you can't understand what he's saying, but you can tell he's going off at you. And you're
He's
just
really
like,
passionate.
dude, you're 2.5. Take a chill pill.
Yeah, we get that from Luca when he's coming to tell us how unhappy he is with his siblings. You know, if they've done something, or if they've not allowed them in his room, in their room, or whatever it is,
Mm.
he'll come up to us and he'll just blurt it all out. But you
Oh,
know, by the tone, by the speed, by all of his non-verbals, this kid's really not happy.
yeah,
So
Caleb's
it's
the
quite
same. He'll
cute.
always come whinging to me because someone's done something, or they might have just looked at him the wrong way and it's upset him. Or he was sitting on the couch last night watching Bluey, and one of the kids walked in to sit down, and he's like going off at them. He's like, "Get out, get out!" I'm just like, "Dude, calm down." But he's so different because he's my only boy, so I've got a boy and a girl. He's so different from raising Zoe. She was just, I don't know, she was just so different. It's so different having a boy and a girl. But he will see me do something and copy. So we do a lot of work out in the yard, and he'll see me grab a shovel and put some dirt in the wheelbarrow, and 2 seconds later I'm turning around and he's doing the same thing. Or I was cleaning out the garage a few weeks ago and I found these push-up bars, and I was on the floor like, Andrew, look, I can do a push-up. I turn around and he's copied me. He's literally doing the same thing. He's at that age now, though, Zana, where it's like, I can do it myself,
Oh yeah.
mummy. And
Oh yeah.
so I was feeding him ice cream last night because ice cream can get a bit messy, and we were sitting in the media room. I didn't want mess everywhere. So I'm feeding him, and he's like, I can do it myself, mummy. And I'm just like, oh, you were just, too smart for your own good sometimes.
Yeah, that me do it age is really tricky, isn't it? You throw in a broken arm in there, and oh, he gets so frustrated because he's got one hand that he can do things with. And like I try and help him, and he'll just look at me like, me do it. It's like, oh, darling, I know you can do it usually,
Yeah,
but you've
just let
got one
mummy help.
arm.
Yeah, just let mummy
Yeah.
help. Oh,
Yeah, and he gets
bless
so
them.
frustrated. But anyway, so yes, I can't remember what it is that we were talking about. We got into
What are the
talking about our
episodes
kids.
we've got coming up this year, and we've got some guests lined up, and then you and I will obviously still have
Yeah.
our regular catch-ups where we'll talk about something of interest to us and, to our mum community. So
Yeah.
we're
Oh, and the
excited.
website. That's
Oh,
right. So
yes,
we're
the
hoping
website.
hoping to get that released and out there in the world as soon as possible because, I mean, you and I are not fantastic on social media. We are certainly not, um, we're not very good at it. And we're not very good at remembering to keep it updated. We're doing our best. I think we're doing pretty great.
Yeah, I think we
Um,
are.
but we would like to have a website there so that we've got our podcast has a home that
Yeah,
we can send our mum community to. And we'll have links to all of our episodes on there, as well as it'll be really simple, a little bit of information about us, but it'll be our
yeah,
home and a really simple, easy way for anyone who wants to get in touch with us that can get in touch with us.
yeah.
So hopefully it will be a good home that we can direct our community to.
Yes.
So lots of exciting things for Careers and Cartwheels for this year.
Yeah, as well as the normal mum juggle.
Oh yeah, very much so. Very much so, which we look forward to talking to everyone more about.
Yes, we do. We do. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into our first episode for 2026. It's been good to catch up with you, Zana. It's been a little while since we've caught up. So we've been busy.
We have been. We've been doing the mum juggle, haven't we?
Yes, it
Working
is
and
very, very
homeschooling
real.
and surviving
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. We still managed to get time to send each other at least one message a day.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the responses these days are a little bit delayed, but we get there eventually.
We do. We do.
Yours are more like 4 a.m. and mine are more like 11:30 p.m. But
Yeah.
we get there.
I listen to your voice messages when I'm at the gym. And then
Yeah,
I send you my voice message on the way home.
yeah, yeah.
That's just what we do. We'll have to find
That's
time to
it.
do things that are important to us, even if it's at some ungodly hour. So it's just what we got to do.
That's it. Priorities, hey.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for tuning in, and we look forward to having you back with us for our next episode.
Yes, thank you. And we'll
Thank
talk to you
you.
soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
We hope you have enjoyed listening to our podcast and that it brought a little inspiration to your day. If you have any wild, weird, or wonderful topics you'd like us to explore, send us an email to careersandcartwheels@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook or Instagram and leave a comment there. Thanks for hanging out with us. We can't wait to have you back for another episode. Full of questionable wisdom and unexpected tangents. Until then, stay curious and try not to pull any cartwheels without stretching first.